Hello and welcome to Crusader Kings 2, The Return of Arthur, where we're playing Crusader Kings 2, The Reaper's Due, as the Mob Arthur dynasty descended from King Arthur the Bear, a man from Cornwall who claimed to be the return of the mythical King Arthur back to save the Britons from the Saxon oppression, which we're doing a pretty good job of as you can see here. This is also the first episode that we have recorded in the... and there's Casey the Lord Dog coming down to see what's going on. She's got a little loft area up there, so if you hear some paws on wood, that's just her coming to check out what's going on. Yeah, the first episode we've recorded in the 2.6.2 patch, which also includes the updates to the EU4 converter, which is relevant to our interests if we decide to keep this game going into EU4, which we might. Although we're not even to 1066 yet, we've still got a lot of CK2 left. We're about 200 years in, a little bit less than 200 years in, out of a possible 700 or so. Anyway, Aztecs are fucking shit up. The Mongols are fucking shit up, although I think they're currently losing a war against the coalition of everybody in the entire civilized world. Yeah, that's what it looks like, basically. So he conquered the Byzantine Empire in one war and basically spiked his threat so high that everyone on the map is against him now, pretty much. Yellow is the Mongols, and then the white, green, and red, and orange are all the people who are currently fighting the Mongols, which even includes the Jarl of Katniss. So, yeah. We have just fulfilled the conditions to form the Kingdom of England, which will allow us to kind of break up the power of Mercia and what's left of Northumberland. They've mostly migrated to Ireland at this point. And will give us de jure claims on all that stuff too. So the kicking of the Saxons out of our frickin' land is pretty close to becoming a reality, which means we don't really need to fabricate claims on it anymore. So we'll start focusing on... Now let's start focusing on the old kingdom of Strathclyde, because that was Breton land as well, or Welsh land. I believe there's still some Welsh living there. Yeah, so we'll retake that for the kingdom. The great kingdom of Breton. So we're going to form England as soon as we have the money. We're just going to use the de jure claims to conquer de jure England, and then we're going to destroy it. And probably fight a lot of rebels who aren't going to like the fact that we destroyed their kingdom. So I think Uther the Just, what's left of his reign, hopefully he has another good couple decades left in him, because I'd like to stack all of the tyranny penalties on him and let him kind of work out the situation with the rebels, and then be able to start over with a clean slate with our heir. Who might be this guy, might not. He's 40 now, so I kind of feel like we should pick someone younger at this point, but we'll see. I don't need to build a war chest, so I'm just going to ignore that pop-up for now. Shut the gates. Oh yeah, because there's consumption and measles going through the countryside. Don't really care right now. Oh, and we have to hope that we don't get attacked by the Aztecs, because I believe they can get a CB on us at this point. Let's see, where's the capital? Yeah, the Aztecs, they do have an invasion and a holy war and a make tributary CB on us at this point. We're close enough that they can do that. So let's just cross our fingers and decide they go after or hope they go after the Lombards first, and then maybe they can also fight the Mongols, and they can destroy each other. And hey, look, it's peasant revolts. Blasted traders. Let's go down to speed 3. I mean, how many levies do we really need to raise to take these guys out? Thinking not that many. If we send the Knights of the Realm in, I think we can handle it. Reinforcements! Get there! Good. Okay, cool. Oh, smuggler's ring, because of our huge budget deficit, which I don't actually remember why we have that huge budget deficit. I know we spent a lot of money on something last time. I just don't remember what it was. Alright, so we won the Peasant Revolt. This guy's a good Welsh Catholic. Let's order him to take the vows. He can go be a nice monk somewhere. Knights of Calatrava. Okay, so he's gonna fight for the faith. I think we can deal with that. Holy man came to court. He believes I did the right thing when I imprisoned the blasphemous pagan. Cool. I don't even remember doing that. It's been a while since I recorded the last batch of episodes. You can always tell how many days it's been since I actually recorded when you start up a new episode, and it's like, yeah, I don't remember what happened last time. I don't always get around to watching them. Oh, dang it, we got some depopulation here from consumption. Some days being a king is no easy thing. There's always business to attend to, subjects seeking audiences, and vassals complaining about imagined injustices. Finally, I'm having a moment to myself, strolling in the gardens. In the distance, I spot a stranger dressed in simple garb. Let's invite this woman to walk with me and hopefully get my gregarious trait back. Nope. Didn't happen. Turns out the stranger, Urkin, is a nun on her way back to the cloister after several months on the road. As the evening light grows dimmer, I converse about life and death, faith and doubt. When I excuse myself to return home, the nun asks if you can offer her room and board for a few days. Okay, what are you playing at here? What are you playing at? Oh, she's tired. Okay, alright. Well, she is a mastermind theologian. Invite her to stay for a few days, give her gold for the inn. Or isn't a bit of suffering the point of a pilgrimage? By the standards of the time, that would probably be the correct answer, but I'll go ahead and let her stay. Hrothgar has come to raid my lands, and his entire host... Whoa, okay. So, more often than not, you retreat to your chambers in the evening, feeling exhausted and weary. I knew it! I knew it! I knew she was up to something! God! Feeling exhausted and weary. Tonight is no exception. Falling asleep is usually easy after a long and taxing day. However, recently sleep seems to elude you. You're sitting in your study idly, moving chess pieces on the board before you, sipping a glass of wine, hoping that it shall give you rest you seek. Suddenly someone knocks. Who could it be at this hour? Before you can shout at the intruder to leave you alone, the door opens, and I've got to make a decision on how to pronounce this. I'm going to say Orkin. Her name is Orkin. If you speak Breton and I'm getting that completely wrong, I apologize. Good evening, my lord. I realized that I never introduced myself properly. I am Death, and I am here to collect you. A dagger is glinting in her hands. So I can challenge her to a game of chess, or I could say not today. 80% chance of death, or 20% chance of surviving the attempt, however you're likely to be injured in the struggle. I have a learning skill of 9. She has a learning skill of 15, and that's the reason I invited her in. Even. All right. Well, I'm gonna challenge Death to a game of chess, I guess. Death. I'll just call her Death because that's easier to pronounce than her actual name. Raises an eyebrow, an amused look on her face. Why not? I have all the time in the world. Though you're simply postponing the inevitable, Uther, for you are sure to lose. She settles into the chair opposite your own, and places the dagger on the table. Black or white? I'll play the white pieces. White. Yes, you will need all the help you can get, Death says with a grin. What is your strategy for the first part of the game? Well, I am by no means a great chess player. I'd say I am probably a good chess player, and I think that the key to chess is being willing to risk pieces and being willing to sacrifice pieces for a greater gain. So let's see, 20% chance of making a great move, 40% of a good, 40% of terrible. Whereas if I play safe, 25% chance of good, 55 neutral, 20 of bad. So I'm gonna play risky here. While Death is certainly an accomplished player, you managed to capture a few more pieces than her during the first part of the game. You do not like the look on her face, however. Thank God for my good fortune. Please let it continue. The game continues in silence as... Dude, I'm playing chess against Death right now. I don't have... Oh, he wants to marry her? Does she leave if that happens? He wants to marry Death? Okay. I don't even care who this is. I'm going to accept. Maybe she'll have to leave. As the game continues in silence, as both of you are fully focused on your next move. At the moment, the game seems even. At least you think it does. What's your next move? So if I distract her, perhaps I can return one of my lost pieces to the board. 67% of cheating successfully, 33% chance of botching the attempt to cheat. Best just to focus on the game. Well, I don't want to cheat. Let's consult the RP. What would my character do? So he's a socializer, charitable, brave, proud, zealous, just, patient, lunatic. I think because he's just, he wouldn't attempt to cheat, but if it's seriously like my life is on the line here, like I feel like I don't really owe her anything. I don't really owe her a fair game. This isn't like a friendly match in the park. It's like she seriously came to my room to try to kill me. So I think cheating against Death. Let's try to cheat Death. Let's do it. You almost cannot believe it, but surely it is so. The plan is successful. The wine spills all over Death's garb. As she rubs a cloth on the huge red stain, cursing you under her breath, you restore one of your rooks. That was worth getting called a demented spider for sure. All right, perhaps I can win this after all. Never have you met such a... yeah, something with Vikings. Yeah, I don't remember. Never have you met such a tenacious, unnerving opponent, and never has so much been at stake. Red pen, paradox, fixed localization, that's not proper English. Like my Swedish is any better. The game is nearing its end, and it's looking grim indeed. Death is playing with your captured queen, smiling confidently. I could be persuaded to return this to you for the right price. So I can trust in my skill, which probably will end with a neutral outcome. Or the life of my son. He's shrewd. Gray Eminence. No, you're not getting him. Can you take... You could have Notathel. You could kill Notathel. He's strong, but let's be honest here. He's not too bright. No, I'm gonna trust in my skill. During the last few moves, it feels as if time is standing still. Your thoughts are muddled, moving slowly as if through thick syrup. Random disjointed thoughts flash through your mind. Red pen, paradox. Places you once visited, old friends you have not seen in years, dreams you gave up on. So many loose ends. And now it might be too late to pick them up again. Checkmate. Your head snaps back up, your eyes locking with Death's. For the first time this evening, you can really see it and chills you to your core. The figure before you is not an ordinary woman, not a woman at all. This is Death, and she just won. It is time then, Uther, she sighs contentedly. The endless rest awaits. Well, hang on, can I nominate a different successor first? Can you give me a sec? Give me just 1 sec. Give me 1 sec here. Let's see, Bryant does have a higher stewardship. He's 40, but yeah, never mind. Is he sick? No, he's just out of patience. So actually his stats are going to go up even more than that. His daughter. Yeah, Bryant's fine. Yeah, we'll be Bryant now. Yeah. So I died under suspicious circumstances. Always patient. He never lost his temper. A godly man. Uther is with the Blessed Virgin now. King Bryant, a formidable duelist. We need to seriously do something about this chin situation. This one it gets more coverage, I think, but this one's more slimming. I kind of like how slimming that is. And then we're also going to do think I'll give him the same haircut as... Ah, I like that. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad. See, that's what growing a beard can do for you. I'm stroking mine right now. Formidable duelist. We expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Nice. So he has a personal combat skill 3. Cavalry leader and defender. Both things that are useful to us right now. Okay, so we need to nominate an heir. Let's see. I wonder if that event only happens if you're a lunatic, or if it can also happen if you're not a lunatic. So, actually, Morvana has the best stats, except she's depressed. None of these guys are very good at stewardship at all. Let's give it to Morvana. Pick an ambition. Oh, and I need to choose a focus too. Well, let's see. Let's do rulership, just so I can get my domain limit back up to 10. In part, at least. Groom an heir. Sounds good. Let's do that. Why did I marry her? Oh, she's a genius. Okay. She's a genius that just happens to have a crappy stewardship stat, because she's slothful and arbitrary. Yeah. Spymaster. This guy looks cool. This guy really wants the job. Oh, but it's this guy. He's the one-eyed, syphilitic, lunatic dude. Yeah, I'll give it to the Count of Bedford. And scheme. Everything else looks good. Special minor titles. Because I think I was a commander previously, so now we have some commander slots open. I keep forgetting to check before I hand out commander slots that they're not Craven. Special title actions! Oh yeah, we can set the crown focus. Still keeping it on Devon, at least until we get max holding slots. I haven't had that event fire in a while. I hope it's not a bug where if you deny it once, you can't get it again. So I do have a member of my dynasty as a count now. I'm not sure how that worked. Oh, she's the Countess of Gloucester. See, I really want to put someone of my dynasty in Hereford so that I can make them the heir and fold Hereford back into my domain. Let's see if we can change any laws. While we're thinking about it. Yeah, pretty much everything is where it needs to be. Council's not empowered. Yeah. Someone's voting for Harskett. He's old. He's not going to be around long enough. What else was I going to look at? Oh, tech. So let's go ahead and bump up town infrastructure, I think, will let us get the next level of university. So courts and mustering grounds. This would give us barracks and training grounds. Fortifications. Let's go with construction, actually, because we want to get our hospitals maxed out. Oh yeah, we don't have any money. Young Solkar has finished her education, and she became a mastermind theologian. Excellent. Let's give her a matrilineal marriage to someone with good stats. That is not her relative, hopefully. Dull, stubborn. He's a great diplomat. So he's basically your typical politician. He's dull, but has very high charisma. Steward of Leicester. Yo, he's a Saxon. Yeah, I guess this guy will have to do. Awesome. I'm gonna make a habit now of any time a member of my dynasty finishes their education, I'm gonna immediately find a match for them. People on the comments were pointing out that I should be doing that, and I agree.